morning, happy Monday everyone. Welcome back to another vlog, or welcome if you're new. My name's Asselin. If you're new here, I am a CPA and I work at a Big Four firm, and we are in provision busy season, stepping our way into compliance busy season. Yay. I think this is the first vlog I have introduced myself as a CPA in, so yay for growth. I promise, even though it's a habit for me to make my career and my job my identity, we're not making the CPA license my identity, despite my subconscious internal desire to do so. I'm just so used to tying up my self-worth and my image in my achievements and in my job, but we're not doing that with the CPA because we're growing. It's literally just a license. I don't even really care about it that much, but I worked hard for it. But I did want to introduce myself as that, since I'm allowed to now, because I actually have the license. Anyways, we're making our coffee this morning. I was so thrown off this morning when I woke up. I woke up and I thought it was like Sunday, and I think it's because I had to work for a little while on Saturday, and I think that just completely threw me off. Like, I knew yesterday was Sunday all day, obviously, but I woke up and I thought it was Sunday, and then I realized I was like, oh my God, I gotta get up and go to work. Not that I woke up late. It was just like I had the realization, oh my God, I have to go to work. I found my Holy Grail cookie butter, Califia Farms creamer at Whole Foods yesterday on sale, so you know what? That was just the highlight of my weekend. But I think we've got a decently busy work week ahead of us. That was so much cinnamon. I did stay up a bit later than I intended to last night. I think we all know there's only one acceptable reason for Abby to willingly stay up later than she wants to. I am dropping ice like it's my job right now. Finished the ACOTAR series last night, A Court of Thorn and Roses. Oh my gosh, I have so many thoughts. The last book, at first I was like, okay, I like this one a lot, but I don't like it as much as Mist and Fury and Wings and Ruin. But the ending, the whole last 20% of it, and really even some chunks of it throughout, really made it a world of a difference. It was just hard getting used to a different POV. We were so used to one POV for most of the books, and then hardly even hearing from the character we heard from the most in this last book, well, the last one that's out right now. It was a hard adjustment for me at first because I was so obsessed with the main two characters for the bulk of the first four books. And I know one of the biggest criticisms of the last book is a lack of plot, which I understand, because there really isn't that strong of a plot. In my opinion, if you're somebody who doesn't really care for character development, then you probably didn't like the last book. But character development is probably my favorite thing about books. There was so much character development in that last book, and the ending was so crazy. I cried multiple times. My jaw literally dropped open multiple times. I actually audibly laughed sometimes, and it just felt all of the emotions within the last hour of me reading. And it's definitely my favorite series I've ever read. Mist and Fury and Wings and Ruin I think I like the most, and then it's probably Silver Flames is a close second, third. But I wish I could erase the books from my memory and reread them all over again. I really want to get actual physical copies of them and read them again next fall and winter, and just annotate them and just have a field day with the books. I'm not somebody who rereads books, but I will be rereading these. I've never reread a book in my life, and it's just something I don't like to do. But I'm already thinking about when I'm gonna be rereading these. That's how much I liked them. And I'm just so sad to be done with them, and I am so ready for the next ones to come out, and I am just utterly consumed by these fictional characters and romances, and it's just sickening. I have such a bad book hangover right now. I'm gonna either read Throne of Glass or Crescent City next, but I'm going to force myself to read just a romance novel or something in between, just so I'm not subconsciously comparing everything to ACOTAR, because I think if I go from ACOTAR straight into another fantasy series, I'm gonna be doing way too much comparison to ACOTAR, and it's gonna make me not like the next series as much. So I need to break it up, you know?
I want you for myself, 'cause you're no one else's. So tell me you miss it, or tell me just how it is.
Heading to F45, I've really been liking going at lunch, especially when I'm having to work in the evenings. I like going in the evenings to break it up, but sometimes it just sucks coming home and making dinner and everything and not starting my extra work until 8 p.m. I'd rather get it started around like 7 or even like 6:30 if I can. But with cooking and working out, it's really hard to do that. But I'm just wearing these Wonder Under Luxury. These are like the super high rise. I don't think they sell these anymore. And like the leopard prints, and then my Free to Be long line sports bra. I remembered the name of it this time. And then this old misguided like little zip up and my Ultra Boost. So let's go work out.
That you're someone else's.
I don't know if you guys can tell. Probably not, because I'm not in natural lighting. I am a literal tomato right now. That was so hard. My hair is like soaking wet. Usually like right after my period, my workouts are best because I have like the most energy, but I'm quite literally like a day and a half post period right now. And red line at F45 is probably the hardest out of like the Monday through Friday workouts, because Saturdays are always hard because they're just like an hour long. The Monday through Friday workouts since I've been going since October, it's been what, October, November, December, January, 4 different like cycles of workouts I've gone through, because it's a different cycle each month of what you do on like every Monday, every Tuesday, etc. And redline is for sure the hardest. It's cardio, but it like you burn out like your legs, because I had to do like shuffles with squats and then immediately go to riding a bike and then immediately go to squats with bicep curls, and it's like 5 sets in each of those. And that was only like part of the workout, but it was so hard. But I have some leftover white chicken chili that I'm gonna heat up when I get inside for lunch and just eat while I work, since I obviously just like took my lunch break at 45. And I'm gonna walk out really quick and then get back on and get back to work. But it felt so good to work out and get it done with for the day. I'm so torn between liking the 5:30, 6:30 or lunchtime times, because I really like going in the evenings and being like, my day is basically done, I can just focus on this workout. But I also really like going at lunch because it just like completely removes me from my work day for an hour, and then I can like get back into it. But I'm a little bit more tired obviously when I come back for the afternoon, which is hard, so I cannot figure out which I like more.
First tell me you love and lay in your arms, then call it Tennessee is the one. Man, I'm not surprised. I really thought
We're like booty bumping right now.
I'm sure you don't got no feelings, or maybe it's a thumb for you, but baby I'll be gone.
She's probably done about 10 flights of stairs, and here she comes because she left her camera down here. I just told him.
I was like, why is it still going down there? What'd you say?
I said she's probably done about 10 flights of stairs in the last 2 minutes.
I'm an athlete.
Alright, love you.
Off to shower. Now, is she gonna follow me? Bella.
Bye.
You coming? We're staying down here. Okay guys, we just had dinner and replaced our air filters, and I just cleaned up the kitchen and threw some clothes in the dryer, and I'm now going to start getting ready for bed. I want to just lay in bed, have a chill night, and I'm not having to do any work tonight, which thank God, but I know that it's always a possibility for it to come later this week where I do have nights where I have to work, so definitely like to take full advantage of the nights that I know I don't have anything to do. So I'm gonna work through editing a video. What I've been doing lately is just trying to get through all of the clips for the video 2 uploads from now. Like every week I'm working on a video 2 weeks away. Just try during the week to get through all of the footage and make all the cuts, and then on the weekend I add all the details like the text, the music, and then schedule it to upload, make the thumbnail, and do the links. And it kind of like evenly splits up the work between the week and weekend, so I'm not having to spend like an entire day of my weekend editing. And it's been working really well for the most part. And it works during busy season, because even if I only edit for like 20 minutes a night during the week, that's like, or in the morning or something before work, that takes care of like most of the cuts I need to make, and it gives me some time back on the weekends if I need it. I'm using this coconut milk detangle elixir. I got it at Whole Foods yesterday. It was definitely an impulse purchase, but I typically just like raw dog my hair with my brush without any like product, and I know that that's like probably not good, and it's definitely not even good to be brushing curly hair, but I have to before I shampoo it, or I will literally use an entire bottle of shampoo on my hair and be in the shower for like an hour and a half trying to get shampoo into my hair and get my knots out, because I can't stand shampooing and conditioning my hair when it's like super tangly. So it smells really good. I love Pacifica's hair products and body products and like skin stuff, and their hair stuff is like actually so underrated. Their pineapple curl shampoo and conditioner is so good. But yeah, it's hair wash day. I should be waiting until tomorrow because I'm gonna probably go in office Wednesday. So I want my hair to be like most fresh for going in office on Wednesday, which would mean I'd be washing it tomorrow night. But it got so sweaty and gross at F45 today. I just know I need to wash it, and I definitely don't even have the energy to do it right now, but we're gonna do it.
Hope you know when I go silent, I'm never going back to your face. It's only gonna cost for you, 'cause baby I'll be gone for good. I'll be gone for good. Was running in circles, 'cause you made me look.
Good morning, you guys. I am currently eating breakfast. It's like 8 o'clock. I decided to make a hot coffee this morning because it's cold outside, and I wanted to use this mug that I impulse bought as a sad purchase last week when I had a mental breakdown. I was like, I just like saw this and I was like, I want it. And it's supposed to be a heart-shaped acrylic like double-walled mug. But if y'all saw in the clip right before this, the coffee is not heart-shaped. It's literally a rounded triangle. So don't waste your money on these on Amazon. Unless there's one that looks like more defined, because it's literally not a heart. This is a fail, and I kind of wish I didn't make my coffee this way now, because I kind of want it iced. But I just did the double espresso dolce pod with some of the cookie butter creamer.
Lose my way. Now I so done.
Okay, as I'm logging on, I wanted to quickly talk about what this week's vlog is kind of themed on, and that is workplace confidence. Workplace confidence is so hard in your 20s, even once you've had experience. It's something that I think that as adults we will battle with for really the rest of our careers, especially as we change up jobs, which is obviously more common than ever nowadays. I wanted to talk about it because now that I've been with my firm and like working for a year in Big Four, I have experience feeling not very confident, and I have experience feeling confident depending on what it is I'm working on. But the reason I wanted to talk about it this week is because as some of my engagements like start picking up, I've noticed that I've been feeling like not very confident in some of them. And I had this just realization the other day, and I was telling a senior manager that I know like about it, and basically saying I feel a lot more confident on my teams that are fully staffed as opposed to my teams that aren't fully staffed. So what that means is, for example, typically the hierarchy structure in Big Four is staff and then, or associate, it's interchangeably used, and then it's senior and manager, and then senior manager, and then partner, and that's like the typical structure. But not all engagements have like every position of those filled, and part of it's because we don't really have the staffing for that, and part of it's because it's not exactly necessary for some engagements, well, especially the ones that are smaller and just like don't really require as much thorough review and don't really require as much preparation. One of the engagements I started out on that I get most of, honestly a lot of my hours from, is a team that I absolutely love. And when I started out, it was me, and then I had a staff above me, which that's not super common unless it's like a big engagement. Like a lot of times it's just one staff. And then I had a senior, and then it was a senior manager, and then partners or whatever. So it was a pretty full team, but I think it makes even more of a difference when it's filled at the bottom. So like there's multiple staff. I had the realization that like with that team, I feel immensely more confident in what I'm doing and in my work. And I think it's because I had a full team, and I had a staff and a senior help developing me and teaching me things, whereas a lot of my other engagements, it's just me and like a manager, or I had a senior but not for long, and it was just only for like a short stint of time. Part of the senior's job to develop the staff and like teach them and train them and like review their work and everything. When you don't have a senior, you're missing out on a lot of that developmental experience. It's a lot harder for me to feel as comfortable working one-on-one with a manager versus like a senior, because I know it's like the senior's job to help me out, and with the manager, I'm always like thinking like, do they think I should already know this? Or, you know, I'm thinking about all that kind of stuff. But I have to constantly remind myself as I'm going into these engagements for the second time this year, especially the ones that aren't really fully staffed and I don't really have a lot of confidence on. I have to remind myself that Just because I don't feel confident doesn't mean I'm not capable, and I can't let that lack of confidence just control my performance by like telling myself that I don't know how to do things. But just because my confidence is low with the team or low with something I'm working on, it doesn't mean I can't ask questions, and it doesn't mean I can't figure it out, and it doesn't mean I'm not capable. I think we get so in our heads with our confidence, especially those of us who are people pleasers and perfectionists, and it's so important to remember that it's not very productive to just write yourself off and basically tell yourself you're not capable of doing something when there's always room to learn and you always can, and it's really just like a mindset shift. So if you're feeling nervous or you just don't feel very confident in the work you're doing, just know that it will get better with time, and you're not going to feel confident probably like starting out and even in the first year. Like, it's going to take some time to build that confidence. It's so crazy because I just have teams where my confidence is like up here, and I have teams where my confidence is down here with my ability to like perform. That doesn't define me as a person. It's really just a measure of whether or not my team is staffed enough to invest in me and invest in my development and learning. But yeah, that was what I wanted to talk about this week, because it's definitely something that I let get in my head a lot, and I know that it's definitely common in your 20s when you're just starting out work. So
Sure she will help you, 'cause no you can help yourself.
Getting to a lunchtime at 45 class. Today's a strength day, I think. I'm going right now instead of tonight because I'm going in office tomorrow, so I want to be able to get to bed earlier since I need to wake up earlier, and that won't really be as possible if I go to an F45 class tonight, because that puts me behind with making dinner and all that good stuff. But I'm just wearing my Set Active pullover that I've had on all morning, Skilly Hicks regular black sports bra, Align dye leggings, and my Ultra Boost. So let's go work out.
Goodbye, Mr. Painful. First help me loving thee in your arms, then call and say she's the one. No, I'm not surprised. I really thought that it'd be different, but sure you don't got no feelings. Or maybe it's a fun for you, but baby I'll be gone for good. Hope you know when I go silent, I'm never going back to.
I know I have been working on trying to get my wedding planned. It has been quite the process, and trying to fit things into a budget is freaking hard, let me tell you that. So far I feel like we've gotten a lot done, but we really haven't at the same time. I kind of wanted to share what I've done so far, like where we're at, and then one way that I'm planning to save a lot of money. So what we've done so far, we have our date, our venue, I have my dress and my veil. We booked where we're staying for the weekend, as well as where like our wedding party will stay with us. And then we have inquired with multiple hotels for room blocks for the wedding. So we have that set up, I think, at like a Home 2 Suites. And then I think we're doing 1 or 2 other hotels as well. We've gone to our tasting. We have some engagement photos set up with Aleka Sinclair Photo. I'll leave her Instagram like on screen. She reached out to me and like offered to take pictures of us. So we're really looking forward to that in March. And I'm planning on using photos from that for our save the dates, which we will hopefully send out around sometime in April or early May. Got my bridesmaid dress like colors, and the colors in general, I guess you could say, picked out. And I've proposed to all my bridesmaids, and I think Griffin's proposed to most of his groomsmen. Right now we're really trying to get our guest list finalized. It's been hard because Griffin's been studying, so he hasn't really had time to finalize like his side, but his parents have pretty much gotten like all of their people, so really it's just Griffin figuring out his friends at this point, and I have my side. So as soon as we get the guest list finalized and at the number we need it to be at, we will then start looking at floor plans for our venue so we can book linens and rent those. And then I'm also really trying to prioritize photo/video right now. I've been inquiring to a lot of different people and trying to get different quotes, as well as for hair and makeup, and that's kind of where we're at. But one way that I am saving money is renting my florals. So I wanted to tell you guys about Something Borrowed Blooms. This isn't sponsored, but I personally reached out to them because I found out about them and I thought that it was the coolest concept because it allows you to have a legitimate floral experience for your big day without having to pay thousands and thousands of dollars to have florals in your wedding. So I just got my preview pack in the mail and I wanted to share it with you all. And if you don't know anything about Something Borrowed Blooms, they allow you to rent your florals for your big day, and they are premium, high quality silk florals, and they have a collection and a style for every vibe imaginable. Trust me, I've like looked all through their website and they have so many incredible color schemes and collections. And the collections each have a mix of matching boutonnieres, bridesmaid bouquets, bridal bouquets, centerpieces, and garlands and all kinds of things like that, so that it can be very cohesive. And you essentially get to pick out 2 bouquets of your choice from any collection. And I personally picked the Audrey and Sophia. And basically you pay $50 and you get to preview these 2, and then they will send the box to you with the 2 bouquets you picked out. Through doing a preview pack, you actually get to save $20 on your order. You'll get a $20 credit when you order a preview pack, so it helps you save even more money for when you order your actual order. But I wanted to show you all the 2 bouquets that I got for my preview pack. And something else I love about them is that not only do they look like real florals, they also have a real floral smell, and it just makes the experience so much more real, which really solidifies the whole floral experience. You're getting the full experience without having to pay an arm and a leg, which is so nice. So this is the Sophia bridesmaid bouquet. I knew I wanted white florals, but I didn't know if I wanted all white bridesmaid bouquets or if I wanted white with like a touch of a very light pink to add a pop of color. I'm leaning towards this one because I think it'll go well with the bridesmaid dresses. And this is the Audrey bridesmaid bouquet, and it's just all white and it's absolutely stunning. This is my preview pack selection. So how it works is they will ship your order to your home 3 days before your event, and then you'll have a prepaid return label and you just have to ship it back to them the next business day. If you are a 2023 or a 2024 bride, or if you just know you're gonna get married one day and you're already thinking of options for your big day, because I know it's something that a lot of people think about like years before it comes, definitely consider Something Borrowed Blooms if you want to have a great floral experience, save a lot of the headache of the back and forth with florists, and not have to stress about whether or not your flowers are gonna come in fresh and how they're gonna look when they arrive, and just save yourself tons of money while still having a great floral experience. Like I said, I did reach out to them because I absolutely loved what they had to offer, and I just wanted to see if they had any influencer campaigns so that I could get some sort of discount code for you guys if they did that, and they do. So I'm super excited to say that I do have a discount code that you all can use, and that is Abby30, and that's going to get you an extra $30 off of your order of $250 or more on Something Borrowed Blooms. So not only are you going to be saving money just from using Something Borrowed Blooms, but I'm giving you an even extra opportunity to save more money with my discount code. So definitely check that out. But I really just wanted to share them with you all and share where we were at in our wedding planning process, because I know I haven't given an update in a while.
It's only gonna cost for you, 'cause baby I'll be gone for good. I'll be gone for
Okay guys, it is like 9:45, so I'm about to just unwind and get to sleep here hopefully in the next hour. I need to like brush my teeth and floss and do my skincare and everything. I had to take out my contacts earlier because they were bothering me big time, and I showered right after work to go just like a body shower, and then we had leftovers for dinner. We're in our leftover era. We typically don't eat leftovers unless it's like taco meat, so we made like chipotle bowls with our taco meat, which were actually so good. It was better than our taco salads last night. We just did like rice, the taco meat that had the Trader Joe's street corn in it, lettuce, guac, and I just crushed some chips on top, and it was really good. But I've also been doing some wedding stuff. I have been trying to figure out hair and makeup because I got a quote from someone for hair and makeup, and it was someone that like multiple people have recommended to me through Instagram, and she does great work, and I didn't think the hair and makeup was terrible for the bridal quote, but the bridesmaids quote, based off of what my friends have said they've paid in weddings getting their hair and makeup done, was exorbitant. So I am looking elsewhere because I want my bridesmaids to have the option to get their hair and makeup done. So I inquired with someone else today, and they didn't have my date available, so I just inquired with another person, and I just did an inquiry for a DJ. I'm kind of waiting to see how the DJ is at my friend Savannah's wedding next weekend, because if they're good, I'll just like try and use them. And I inquired with another photographer today. I'm feeling pretty certain with photography and videography. It's just really hard to enjoy this process when it's stressful and basically just spending a crap ton of money, and I'm just like, why aren't we eloping? And I like ask myself that all the time, but at the same time I know this is gonna be really special, and like deep down it is what I want. So I edited some videos for the kind of like UGC videos that I'm doing in exchange for credit or store credit for a brand that has to do with my wedding. I had filmed those on Saturday and I just edited them, and I need to send them to them tomorrow. So I am wanting to read now, but it's just funny because reading was literally the highlight of my day when I was reading ACOTAR, or the series. And now that I'm done with it, which I'm reading a new book now, and I'm just like not far enough into it to know if I like it or not, but I'm just kind of like less enticed to read. Reading the book feels really weird because this is the first time in like months that I'm reading something besides ACOTAR, or besides that series, but I was literally reading it every single day for like months. I think I'm gonna start Thermoglass because that's what everyone told me to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my pajamas. I'm not feeling like going in office tomorrow, but I don't even have to go, but I need to, honestly. But I won't be there the whole day. I just really don't want to go. Alright guys, I'm about to leave to go to office. It's Wednesday. It's 7:55 almost, so I was hoping to get out of here a little bit earlier, but it's fine. I don't have to be there by a certain time. Also, my sweater's so messed up, ignore that. My sweater is from my newly this month. It's super warm and soft, and it's just got like a floral pattern. These pants are the Zara high-waisted pants, and then I have on my Franco Sardo loafers, but they are drying on the toes because they just got wet. So that wasn't supposed to happen because these are like nice shoes, but whatever. It's really cold and wet outside. I've got my TN8 Little Puff just for some extra warmth because it is so cold. Ate a piece of toast. I'm taking a drinkable yogurt on the road just so I don't waste more time eating here. Coffee, my magic brewmate that doesn't spill. We love it. And then I just packed up my bag. But I'm gonna put Ella in the office so she doesn't have to be in her crate until I'm back. So I need to fix this collar because it looks so stupid when the white is showing. There we go. Okay, let's go. Okay, good evening. It's like 6:40. The office was good today, but I really only had like admin stuff to do today because I've been waiting on getting some things in. And of course, like everything came in at like 5:30 today, and I'm like, I wish this would have came in when I was in office so I could have been more productive in office, because I was literally just doing like admin stuff today, which is like really boring. I would have rather have gotten started on the more difficult stuff while I was in office, so I could have just done admin stuff from home, I guess. I don't know. It was good. I went to lunch with some of the other people that were there and one of the partners. It's usually like the same group of us that kind of go, but one of the interns that just recently started went with us, and yeah. Since I got some stuff in tonight, one of the things I'm not gonna be able to start working on until tomorrow morning, but the other thing I want to start on, because I don't want to be like stressed about both of them tomorrow, so I'm at least gonna get started on it and see if I can gauge how long it's gonna take me. And if I think it's gonna take a long time, I'll work on some of it tonight, and if I don't think it's gonna take too long, then I'll just like at least get started and get any initial questions jotted down, and then go ahead and just work on it tomorrow if it doesn't look too bad. I don't really know because I didn't do it last year. So I just showered. I was like freezing cold because we didn't have our heat on since we weren't home. Like neither one of us were really home today, and I came home around like 3 and then got back on. But when I was getting close to 6, I was like, I'm literally freezing right now. I just need to warm up, and I was gonna go to F45 because I just feel really tired because I'm just like way off my routine today of like going to F45 at lunch and like waking up at the same time and everything. I decided not to go. I'm just gonna give my body a break today. I take 2 days off a week, usually like 1 in the middle of the week, which that's today, and then I never really work out on Saturdays. And I was gonna work out, but then I was like, like I don't really feel like cooking dinner late because I was like feeling kind of hungry. I wanted to just go ahead and get started on dinner as soon as Griffin got home. So, like I'm not gonna go, and then when I decided not to go, I was like, I'm just gonna take a body shower, try and warm up until the heat like kicks on and kicks in, because it was so cold in here. That's what I did. So I'm already showered for the night, so I'm literally doing my nighttime skincare right now at like 7 p.m. So that's fine, but I'm gonna get back on for a little bit and see if I can make some progress on this thing. I don't think I need to turn until Tuesday, but if I'm really busy tomorrow and Friday with my other stuff, I should probably go ahead and get started. But yeah, that's that. I'm looking forward to being from home tomorrow because my social battery and everything is always just so drained, and I always feel so much more tired when I get home or at the end of a day when I go in office versus working from home.
I fell in love with who I thought you were, someone who'd never wanna see me hurt, but I was fooled by all your vows.
Good morning, everyone. Thank God we're almost to Friday. I have a meeting at like 9:30, but it's like 8:15 right now, and I'm just about to eat my breakfast and then get started with work. But I'm wearing what I was wearing last night before I went to bed, but I put this on after I showered. I'm just trying not to like dirty as much laundry, so ignore that I'm like in the same clothes basically, but I slept in something else. Also, I keep like screwing up my coffee. I messed it up yesterday and I messed it up today, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I feel like I'm putting too much oat milk, but like I literally barely put any today because I accidentally made that mistake yesterday. So I don't know what the freaking issue is. Yeah, I have a meeting at 9:30 today, and I have to work on something today that I'm not looking forward to. It's just something that was really hard when I first started because I just like didn't really get like a full overview on how to do it. So then it was like traumatizing for me to do this like every time because I like always was struggling with it. But I'm trying to remind myself that I know so much more now than I did this time last year. It's gonna be okay, but it was a little hard for me not to get like a little nervous when I like found out that that's what I would be spending my time on today for the most part. I just found out yesterday that I'm like pretty much not on anything else, knock on wood, in the like basically private tax group. Just really did not like doing individual returns. I didn't like the software we use. I didn't like the process of it. I don't know why, it just wasn't as intuitive to me as like partnerships are, because I mainly work on partnerships. And I got off of one of my individual clients because it overlapped with one of the things that I've been on now for like 2 quarters. But there was still one left, and which I was like fine with, but I just noticed yesterday it's not on my schedule anymore. So that's exciting because that just like wasn't work I wanted to be doing. And like, you know, it's your job to kind of communicate that to like your counselor and like the people making your schedules, and like they can't necessarily like pull you off of everything right away, but they can at least know what you're willing to have moved around in order to do other stuff. So that was like nice yesterday to see that like I'm not on that anymore, because now I'll be like doing really like all like the same kind of work, so I can really like fine tune what I know and don't know and like really focus on like that stuff, because it was really hard preparing like completely different types of like returns and like trying to like keep my head straight when I was learning everything, because it's like already hard starting out with like one thing, but when you're doing multiple different types of like returns and stuff, it's really hard to like keep your head straight and like make sure like your notes are like good and everything when you're bouncing all over the place. This will be the year of hopefully fine-tuning my knowledge now. My eyes hurt so bad from staring at the screen. I didn't really take a lunch break today. I just like DoorDash something, or DoorDash a salad and ate it at my desk. I'm just feeling really run down and beat right now, and I just need a break. I just feel like I need to take a break in order to like actually finish what I'm doing. I'm gonna go to F45 and then I'm gonna come home and cook, and then I'll just stay on tonight and finish my work. I'm wearing my story set that I love. I don't sell it anymore, unfortunately, but I love it.
We built a house when we were 21. Now I know why it never felt like home. Who can predict the future when they're young? Ooh, I wonder. You call and keep on asking.
It's finally Friday. I just literally didn't think today was gonna come for a while there. I just made my coffee and breakfast. I found out I got some in the jury duty last night. No, it's like during one of my weeks in February when I have like 70 hours of work scheduled, and I'm like, that's literally not gonna happen, so I have to reschedule that. Just did that, and I rescheduled it for the week after my birthday because I figured things would be slower then. I was on until like midnight last night, but I'm so frustrated because what I was working on yesterday, basically it took me so long because I didn't have, or at least I didn't think we had a file that basically allows me to be able to use a formula. So I had to do it manually, so that's why it took literally forever. And then when I rolled over the work papers, it like unhides all the tabs. The thing I was looking for, there it was, what I needed. And it would have literally taken me like a fraction of the time it took me yesterday to get everything done. So it's really annoying, and I'm just like frustrated with myself. I was on this engagement last year, but it was like the very first of this type of like work I did. I didn't remember that we had this specific like tab that I needed in order to be able to use a formula to pull what I needed to pull. And also just like whatever happens, when I was doing this last year, like I had literally no idea what I was doing, and I'm just frustrated because it could have saved me a lot of time and I wouldn't have had to stay on late. It's fine. I still got it done. I'm glad it's Friday. Our place is a train wreck. It's so like just messy. There's stuff everywhere. It's like dirty. We have dishes full in the sink in the morning, which is like, I hate starting my day that way, but hopefully gonna have time to clean after work today. And I was supposed to have therapy this morning, but I emailed my therapist like late last night and was like, hey, I'm working late. Like, can we reschedule? Because I just am not gonna want to be like up and at 'em at 8 o'clock. And it's been gloomy for about a week straight, which has been affecting my mood, even though I do love gloomy weather, but this much of it's a little much. So I'm excited for the sun to hopefully come out today. We'll see.
Is it too late for us? The answer I keep giving. Isn't it obvious? Our love is turned to nothing. But before I go, you should know.
It's finally Friday Eve. I am about to eat. We just went and picked up some Dish Society to go. It's like 6:30. I got the brisket stuffed sweet potato. I wanted the brisket tacos, but they don't have them on the menu when you order online, but they do have them. So I just settled for this, but it's still really good. I'm literally so exhausted after having to stay up so late last night, and then this week has just felt literally endless. And having a long night last week with going to Austin for work and everything, and like not getting back until the night. And then of course working late this week. And I got a spicy strawberry marg to kick off the weekend. But tonight I want to go to bed early. I want to read. I want to take a shower and wash my hair. Hopefully get to read and just lay in bed tonight after I shower because I'm beat.
Should know you owe me years and years of happy times. You owe me tears and tears, 'cause I'm all out. Yeah, you were the worst kind of pain, but you were the pain that I needed to change. So I owe you too.
So I cleaned up the kitchen, which is good. Everything else still needs cleaned, and then I cleaned the bathroom down here. I'll just clean everything else either tomorrow or Sunday. I'm really hoping to have just a relaxing weekend. I haven't showered yet, and it's like 9:30, and I literally told myself I wanted to be like showered in bed reading at 9:30. But I just got stuck in a rabbit hole on my phone looking at wedding stuff. I'm just trying to like explore all my options. I have been really struggling to find hair and makeup. The difference in price between what I've seen for people charging $250 for both hair and makeup, and then like $12.50 for hair and makeup. Oh yeah, I just went down such a big rabbit hole with like looking at wedding related stuff. But a big tip is once you have your venue, go look at the tagged photos of the venue page, and you will see so many different like vendors and like photographers, all kinds of stuff. That's how I just like found the hair and makeup people, because I was searching like Houston makeup artists and like nothing was really like coming up, or not that much was coming up. It's a little tip of the day. But I am gonna shower. I'm not gonna wash my hair tonight. I'm gonna wash it tomorrow. And then I'm just gonna read and go to bed. I did want to go ahead and end off the vlog though. Thank you all so much for watching, and be sure to check out my podcast and Bloom Podcast if you haven't. If you want more content from me, there's new podcast episodes anywhere you listen every Monday. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe and follow me on my social media link down below, and I'll see you in my next vlog.